So, you guys have probably heard, but if you haven't, here's the headline from the Huffington Post. A racist, sexist demagogue just won the New Hampshire primary. First of all, a newspaper is supposed to report news. So just to give you a really clear example, here's an example of something of a news happening. So there's a car and another car. There was a collision at 4:15 on March 3rd, 19 whatever, and there was one man injured and a woman that was uninjured at the scene. That's news. Now, if I say that the person driving the car who got hurt was a misogynist and he's a homophobe and he's racist and he hates children and all these things, okay, that has nothing to do with the car crash. The other thing is that all those things are basically adjectives. Adjectives don't tell me anything. If I say, oh, this guy is good, or that thing is good, or that thing is bad, those are all adjectives. They don't tell me anything. When they say that someone is a racist, sexist demagogue, you got to back it up. You can't just say that. So what do? Well, they don't really back it up. They do have some links to a few other things I'll show you below. But a lot of these things have already been proven to be untrue. But Donald Trump seriously did it. Yeah, he did win. He did win even after all of the negative press that he was a loser because he only got second the last time. But looks like he's getting the last laugh again. And even though the Huffington Post is a newspaper that does lean left, and that's fine. I mean, you have your own sort of ideas. You still have to report the news. This is just sickening and demented. When I first read this, I thought this was supposed to be satire. But actually, this is a real link. And I'll post it below. This is a real news article that they would actually put on their webpage. Imagine if a newspaper said anything about President Obama and they said, I don't know, a racist, sexist demagogue is the president of the United States. Do you know what the outroar would be in the country? No, and let's not even think about whether or not it's true or not. The fact is that they're just adding adjectives without really any evidence. They do have some links below. And of course, they do mention that he has the endorsement of white supremacists, which is totally irrelevant because if anyone gets an endorsement from a white supremacist group, it doesn't necessarily mean that the person wants it. If a white supremacist gives $50 to Obama, would you say that in your news article? Would you say that then Obama is being supported by white supremacists? Even though technically, I guess, by this very low standard, it's true. Well, I haven't seen that, right? And so if we take a look, now they have all the links down here. Yeah, by calling some of those entering the U.S. from Mexico rapists. Because statistically, it's true. Statistically, it's true. Okay? Please explain to me why this is still being talked about. If people from another country statistically are proven to be more inclined to commit rapes, how is that untrue? Calling John McCain, the presidential nominee from 2008, not a hero. So, what does that have to do with anything? I mean, one person's hero is another person's enemy. What's the problem here? He mocked a reporter with a disability. Now, this one has been gone over many times that it's not true, that it didn't happen. Okay, so, all right. Even if we were to say that, okay, maybe that this happened or it didn't happen. So, this is maybe one. He said Fox News host Megyn Kelly had blood coming out of her, whatever. Once again, so this is Megyn Kelly. If you take a look at the Republican Fox News debate, you'll realize that Megyn Kelly was being unfair. Leading questions like why you're sexist and these sorts of things. Those aren't questions. Those are just attacks and accusations. If I said to Obama, Obama, why are you such a race baiter? Like, is this really how you would? Is this really a fair question during the debate? Would anyone even air that? Of course not. But for some reason, you can mock Donald Trump, or it makes no sense. So it's completely biased, obviously. All right. So the other scary thing is that actually, if you take a look at the comments down below, and like I had mentioned before, the Huffington Post is super left. I I don't even think you can go. Communist maybe. Anyways, accurate title for Trump. Might as well add homophobic. Once again, no proof that he's a homophobe, that he hates gays because they're gays. There's no evidence of this. But guess what? 1,910 thumbs up. So there's 1,910 people out there that read the Huffington Post. They probably didn't even read it. They probably just scrolled straight down. I mean, they're going to make assumptions about people. I guess I can make assumptions about them. 1,910 thumbs up. Now, one thing that I do have to say is that Facebook doesn't have a thumbs down button. So that would be nice to have, but of course, Facebook is not exactly the bastion of free speech or of truth anyways. If we look down here, this is a reflection of how scary some people are in this country. What in the hell are people thinking? How in the hell does anyone think he could actually be a good president? And the second person says, scary would be having Hillary as president. This guy replies back with 254 thumbs up. At least Hillary knows what the role of president entails. Not a supporter of Hillary, but she is a hell of a lot better than Trump. What kind of backwards Twilight Zone is this guy living in? Ricardo Alexander. He's working at a hospital, assuming this isn't fake. I would avoid that hospital. Obviously, there's something wrong with the judgment of this person. What do you mean Hillary knows what the role of president entails? Are you talking about emails? Like secret emails? Like she knows how to protect them? Oh, no, it can't be that. She knows how to hire someone to make a private email server using her alias that anyone can find out in 4 seconds. And it was unprotected for many years. And basically there are 130 top secret government emails that have gone into the ether. And basically the Russians probably have it. The Chinese have it. Everyone has it now. But she knows what the role of president entails. So this means that there are 254 people that looked at this comment that either know that Hillary doesn't give a shit about protecting state secrets. So basically people have died or will die because they've blown their cover and all these things in other countries, and would still rather have Hillary than Trump. Or they didn't know that she's just a massive criminal who doesn't give a fuck about anybody. Okay, so either you're an idiot or you're an ignorant idiot. I'm not sure which one would be better in this case. One thing I do have to agree about is that it is scary about some people in this country. I'm referring to you, Ricardo Alexander. You are talking about yourself and you don't even know it. Now, Donald Trump has made a lot of headwaves, and obviously winning New Hampshire now has solidified him as probably the frontrunner or the frontrunner. But the funny thing is that in this article, they don't even talk about how Bernie Sanders won the Democratic side of the primary. You'd think news, if it was fair and balanced, if it was accurate, they would talk about, hey, guy A won this, guy B won that, so it looks like they're doing quite well. No, of course, they just go straight to attacking, has nothing to do with facts or reality, they just go and attack, and they're just foaming at the teeth like a rabid dog. Quite accurate, actually, probably with the intelligence of a rabid dog as well. So I'm a tad curious what you guys think. Do you guys think I'm way out there? Do you think they're way out there? I mean, I can't believe how crazy things have gone. If you saw this 20 or 30 years ago, people would have lambasted and they would have said, this is crazy, this isn't reporting. Nowadays, it's just common. It's just normal. It's just, oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, he's a racist, he's a sexist, da, 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 da. That's not news. Whether or not you like Donald Trump is irrelevant. You still have to report the news. Adding all these inflammatory attacks that are baseless, basically, is not news. That is an opinion. And you have the right to your opinion, but you can't disguise it as a fact. So I'm wishing and hoping for the day that all these sorts of newspapers die, because I'm tired of all the lies and all the crap that they're spewing out at people. And hopefully people can tell the truth and can see the forest from the trees.